In Power Questions, there are hundreds of great questions that you can use in a variety of circumstances. I also hear people using a lot of bad questions, and then there are good questions that go bad when used at the wrong time. For example, why? Why can be a great question or a critical, negative one if used improperly. Here are 6 questions you should never or rarely use. First, what keeps you up at night? If you're meeting for the first time with a prospective client, this is a lazy question that shows you haven't done any homework or preparation for the meeting. It's also a cliche in that salespeople have been asking it for the last 25 years. You've got to be more creative than that. Chapter 13 of Power Questions gives you lots of good alternatives. Second, so what surprised you? This is often asked of someone who recently took over a new job. It's a poor question because there is no good answer. If someone tells you nothing, then they risk coming across as overconfident and unaware. If they tell you they were surprised by a bunch of things, then they appear to have been uninformed and unprepared for the role. Instead, ask something like, have you identified your longer-term priorities yet? Or, how have you focused your time during these first few months? Third, what question haven't I asked you? That is an old salesman's trick to get your prospect into the position of being your coach and sitting, in effect, on the same side of the table. We're in this together. But sophisticated executives see right through that one. Ask instead, are there any issues we haven't discussed that you think are relevant to this topic? Fourth, ouch. What would it take to get your business? I still see this question in books on selling. You get someone's business by building a relationship of trust and demonstrating that your product or service can add value and solve a problem, not by asking this crude question. Fifth, related to the last one is this old chestnut. If I could show you a way to save a substantial amount of money, would you be interested in a proposal from us? Please, you insult the other person's intelligence when you ask something like this. That might be appropriate if you were selling scrap metal or remaindered encyclopedias. Finally, and a lot of people do ask this question, how can we do a better job for you? Most of the time, clients cannot answer that question. They either mumble something like, well, let's keep up the good work, or please don't mess this project up. You have to figure out how you can do a better job by spending time with your client, by learning their business and understanding their frustrations, their needs, their goals, their priorities. Only you can make the connection between those client needs that you perceive and your particular product or service. Don't expect your client to put the two together. They rarely will. There are many better questions you can ask that will help you understand how to do a better job. So, review Chapter 4, When the Sale is Stuck, and Chapter 13, Bury the Cliches, and also the final section of Power Questions, Not Just on Sunday. You'll find some good ideas for questions that are far more productive than these losers.